Hello, everyone. Hi, princesses. We're
Oh,
doing
our waves.
the
Oops,
wave.
Hello.
can't get it.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. We're so excited that you're here. Give everyone an opportunity to pop in. Let's see. I was just wanting to share some cool things already. Susan, she's like, I watched Winter Princess and The Sweetest Heart on Tuesday for the umpteenth time. Who else did? Me. I did too.
So I watched it today as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
Again.
Oh,
I
I
didn't have
did
a
too.
chance
I
to
did too.
today.
You're right. And it says, I have them in DVR too. I never get tired of watching Chris and his movies. That's cute.
Uh-huh.
What's PM saying? Good evening to everyone in the Chris McNally fan group from Pat Marsh. So excited to watch this podcast. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Yeah. All right. We're excited to be here. So this is actually, I thought it was 5 years, but it's 4 years because I can't count for
4 years.
real, right? It's the fourth year.
Right.
I know a lot's happened in 4 years. When you
Yeah.
think of it, Chris has made quite a bit of movies in 4 years. And
Well, yeah, because it was wait a minute, it was
It was 2019,
2019.
and this is
So
24.
technically, this is 24. So it's technically 5 years.
It is five
oh,
Yeah.
it
years.
is 5 years.
It's
I
five
right.
years.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I was cuckoo. I was because I thought someone else had said it was four, but and I thought okay, I can't
Yeah.
count, but it is 5 years. Five
I
It
years.
think
is actually
I think
5 years.
Tanya posted today it was 4 years ago.
Okay, but it's really
It's
Yeah.
2019, so
hmm
it's five.
Yeah. It
All right.
premiered on today, 2019.
Yes, yes. And then I was like, oh, and I talked to Nellie. I kept saying 5 years. She probably thought I was nuts, but then she agreed with me. So maybe we were both nuts. Let's see. Pat says, I've watched them both more times than I can count, as well as all of Chris's movies. What did Natalie write? Natalie wrote something sweet. Natalie just had another baby. So she is in mommy mode and enjoying her babies. And when I messaged her, she did write a little message. Let's see what she said. But let me find her real quick. But you girls can chat, say hi.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
My Instagram account got shut down
Oh,
again.
Lord, we're going to talk about
No.
that. That's
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah. I don't know why, but somebody does not like me. Does not want me to be on Instagram. I have
Or
no
the
clue, but
group. The group.
I have no clue. I don't know what it is, but
I don't
somebody
know.
does not want me to be on there.
I feel like maybe, I don't know. I feel like it's this AI stuff. In the middle of the night, they sent me this notification. I only saw because I went to the bathroom and then my phone was lighting up and I'm looking. I wasn't on even on social media and it's telling me I did something inappropriate. And I'm like what? And what is it? They don't even so I put a complaint against it. But this is Natalie. She said that she was excited that we were doing this. And then she was telling me that so she's all busy with her two babies. But please send my thank you to everyone and thanks for your constant support. Big hugs and enjoy
Oh,
Winter Princess, Natalie.
oh, that's sweet.
I know. She sent us a little message. I love
Oh,
her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, you love our tiaras. We're going to share some of the others too. I love your tiaras, ladies. The only ones that I
Yeah.
have are ones that I bought for my granddaughter that won't fit my head. Oh, girls, what about your tiaras?
Oh, yeah. Well, this was so expensive. It cost me $4.99 at at the party store, and
At
it
the
technically is a child's, which means I must have a rather small head. I don't know. I mean, but it does have these little
Yeah, yeah.
things on the
The
side.
comb things.
So,
That's what
Yes.
mine
but
has.
I don't have enough hair really for these combs. So
Oh my gosh. What about you,
anyway,
Christina?
well, mine. I have two on actually. I have
Nice.
this one here. This one here I made, and then this one here is just a child's.
Yeah. Like
uh-huh.
the dollar. How about you, Chris?
This one I got at the Dollar Tree last week for $1.25, and it is a child's one. And it was actually buried under some stuff that I actually found. I couldn't believe I found it. So
Wait.
It's in my hair, but I can feel it's slipping smaller. So
Susan says I couldn't find a tiara, so I went full on Christmas gnome. That's cute. So mine is real, and it was given to me by my family. Real meaning that it has like real little crystals in it, and it's metal and whatnot, and it's not very heavy. I have one when I was Miss Hamilton, and when I was in my early 20s, and that sucker, like after a while, it does hurt your head, and it would give me like a migraine. But this one is from when I turned 50. I wear it proudly because that's it. I'm not going beyond 50. I usually say I'm 39, but that's
Oh
it.
dear.
Okay. Oh, what was it I wanted to share? Oh, you know what I wanted to share? I was going to share. Oh, look, Jan says I have several styles, but not with me right now. All right. I wanted to share some people that got creative and did share with us. So I forget, who is this? Who wants to claim this? I forget. You posted it and I don't remember. But I love it because they're such a good sport because they made it out of paper and looks like jewels and whatnot. That's cute.
It's cute.
And then someone is down getting ready for Mardi Gras. So they have like a sweatshirt with all the crowns on it. Actually, it's a really nice shirt, isn't it?
Mhm.
It is
I
nice.
like that.
And then this one might be like the best one of all because of the significance. It's Tanya in her retirement last year. Yay!
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 Tanya, you retired on my birthday last year. Nice.
Tired of work.
Sorry, I don't have a crown. It's okay, Nikki. We're all princesses. We're all princesses.
Yes.
Look, some people are Nikki's from Nikki's from Central Iowa. Nikki had terrible snowstorm, like they do, but I think she's sending it our way, girls. Like we're gonna get some snow tomorrow, all of us.
We're supposed to get
I
it
had-
tonight after midnight. It's supposed to start. That's why all the schools are canceling now. So
They said we might get, I don't know, a couple inches in
Yeah.
New York City. So
We're getting
I'm
like
not,
5.
I'm not terribly concerned.
they're freaking out
Uh-huh.
around here because we might get 2, maybe 3 inches. It's like, really, people?
Yeah.
That's-
Well, I know we're supposed to be getting like 6 to 10.
Yep.
That's,
I was
that's,
freaking out then.
that's significant. Yeah.
That's snow, girl. That's some real snow. Okay,
Yeah.
you wear your tiara out there and you call yourself a princess.
Yeah.
While you're driving your family around, or just stay in. What's okay? I broke my crown, Arlene.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What you do is you
Poor
just
Ollie.
claim that it's out getting cleaned.
Yes, that's
That's
it.
why you don't have it.
Yeah, it's getting polished.
Yeah, there you go.
That's funny. Okay, so we were going to talk about our faves and we princesses, and we want you to join in with us. So we were talking about character, setting, scene, costume. So what do you want to do first, girls? Character, scene, setting, costume. We want to hear from everybody in the chat too. Who's ready? Want to go with the scene?
Oh.
Since you have so many, Chris.
Yeah, I had 7 different scenes that I
Oh,
liked.
Oh,
And
7.
they aren't all, of course, just Chris, but
that's okay.
I liked it when they were dancing, and because he does this in every movie he's in. He always apologizes to his co-star thing, He says, "I'm sorry," when he asked her the question of, if she has to go back or something like that. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I don't know. But let's see. I know somebody else will say the Viennese waltz. And then when they're leaving, and they have to get into the other gondola, and they kiss. So I thought that was cute.
aw,
I thought
that was sweet.
And when she slips and falls up at the top of the hill when they were out with the truck that got stuck, she slips and he catches her, and of course that's where it started. The look that they give each other. So I don't know. I think that was it that I said.
What about you, Christina?
Well, yeah, I had several too. My favorite part was the part when they're sitting at the fireplace and he warms their hands up.
I know. I
I
agree with you.
love I love that
And
part.
he just sat her while he's holding her hands. Oh, I
Yes,
love that.
yes, I love that part. And
So good.
and another part is when they're dancing at the what is it, the restaurant or
The Snowshoe
bar.
Sam's.
yeah,
The bar.
Yeah.
yeah, when they first start dancing, that I love that part.
Yeah.
Because I just like to see him dancing, and especially at the end too when he dances, because it's really cool.
I know.
How he's all dressed up and everything. But
No.
yeah, those are my favorite.
What about you, Lillian? You?
Well, I have several. I think one of them is when Jessie first discovers who she is.
Yes.
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when the package is delivered and he goes, put some strange letters in front of your name.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I looked it up and she goes white as a sheet. She doesn't know what to say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
When
then
they're
he
in the
tells
gondola.
her, and they're in the
Yeah.
gondola, and she's kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
poor
know, he
baby.
goes, you know, her Royal Highness Princess of Landora, and she just goes like this, and then they still have to go all the way up the mountain. So
I know.
and then I mean, the next scene you see is them getting off the gondola, and then she says, who else knows about this, you know, but let's keep this quiet because, you know, princess means spoiled, entitled, a diva.
Yes.
And he says, well, I don't think you're spoiled or a diva, you know.
Yeah.
I love that scene. And I also love the scene that Christina mentioned it when they're on the mountain, when they're stuck in the snow and she slips and falls and he catches her.
Oh yeah.
And she says, oh, I think maybe I'm going to go back to the car. He goes, oh,
Truck,
okay.
yeah.
You know, like that. And he was just so adorable. He just, the scene in the bar when they were dancing, and then Dee and Allie they were sitting together, and Dee says to Allison, you know, you should ask Jessie to stay, and she goes, wow, you know, that's a big ask, and then all of a sudden Dee's like, well, you know, there could be some perks. So it's sort of like something happened that we weren't privy to, that Dee kind of knows that
Yeah.
they kind of like each other.
You could see it. She was
Yeah.
watching it.
She had been watching them, I think. So I just think a lot of their scenes together were really adorable.
They had good chemistry there. I mean, every time they worked
They
together,
really did.
cute to pick up on. I actually, I mean, because there's several, but one of my favorite scenes is that I love when Chris is like playing a thoughtful part, like, and I felt like he was so channeling Lucas Bouchard here. And I know to bring that up is touchy, but when he was having that whole conversation with the father, and he still didn't realize who the father was. And this was
yes.
when he's sort of, I got to let you go. I got to set you free. I almost feel like the writers of When Calls the Heart maybe borrowed some of that dialogue for when Lucas says that to Elizabeth, I got to set you free. Because I was like, wait a minute here. Wait, I'm channeling. So then he goes and he has the conversation outside with the father, and and he tells him, like, more or less go for it kind of thing. I like that one.
I got that quote that he said outside. He said that if you leave, your fate is sealed, but if you stay, your fortune could change.
Yeah.
Right.
And then inside, when he ends up meeting who he is,
oh my God, the eyes
that was hilarious.
I love it. Jan, let's see what they're saying out here. Jan's saying, I liked when he was playing hockey. Yes. And those long spidery legs. I love it because Lynn always used to say, oh, I love men with long legs. Right. And it was funny because I think she showed me a picture of her husband. He's real tall, long legs. And then when I saw him out there playing hockey, and even Natalie, how natural she was on the ice. That was her doing her little spin. But we'll say, oh, we're Canadian, that's in our blood kind of thing. But
I think it is.
I know. It is. It's a big pastime. That's for sure. Like all of us riding bikes. But he looked cute out there with his little spidery legs and playing hockey. Cindy says, I like the almost kiss when they were dancing.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
know.
when she was teaching him the waltz.
Yes.
Yeah, that was, yeah. Why are you leading?
I know it was cute. Why are you leading? And I like when the fireplace scene, that was cute.
Uh-huh.
That's what SM is Sharon is saying. And what was the other one? Some are saying they agree with Christina and the different people. Jean is saying, I love that scene, Christina, where he was holding her hands by the fire.
Yeah.
I love how he looks at her. Like,
Mhm.
really looks at her with his cute little face. I know. And
Yeah.
she looks like right back at him.
Oh yeah,
But
he
there
says,
was something said though that between them that he didn't like the change or didn't like something there that she was hoping that he would have said her.
oh, I don't know. I wrote down, he says, but chill. These are icicles. Forget the fire.
Right.
This is the only way to fix
This is the
that. And then he
only way
grabs
to
her
fix it.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
wrote
then he-
that down because I love
yeah.
that part. I was like,
Yeah.
Avis is agreeing with what I had just said too. I love the
Mhm.
scene when Carly's father goes outside to talk to Jesse and kind of sets him straight about things. And then the king tells his daughter that she should stay. Also, just seeing Chris in a tux.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. I love the jelly bean. I love that. That's cute.
yeah, I love when they call him Jelly Bean. That's a cute nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just looking at, okay, what's this one? Nikki saying they are really cute together. They said in a Winter Princess interview that they found out they grew up 15 minutes apart in North Vancouver and had never met. That's right. I forgot about
Mhm.
that.
I remember
they're-
that
Yes.
too. Yeah.
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 Which is fun. That's a fun.
Yeah,
thing.
they did that interview on Home and Family.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really wish Hallmark had kept that show.
I know.
That show was so great because it was a way for Hallmark to promote their movies, promote their actors, and
And their shows all together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and they
said I would do it for
canceled
free.
it.
I could
Yeah.
do that. Let me do it for free. I would gladly do that because instead they make them run their own, and it's awkward. Sometimes we'll even say, "This is weird. This is awkward." So I mean, like, I'll do that for you.
Right.
It's from my house. Just send me a good camera. I will do it for you. You hear me, Hallmark? There was another scene that was cute, and it was funny because it's the tiara when she's talking to her friend. I forget who that actress is. What a beautiful woman. She looks gorgeous in the end when she's all dressed up and she asks her mother to dance. She's beautiful.
She
And she ended up dancing with them all night.
Yes.
She has a very interesting name. I think her name is Kazumi Evans.
Well, Kazumi Evans is beautiful.
She played Brittany, the roommate.
Yes.
Right.
So she's in there and
Yeah.
she's putting the tiara on
She
and she's
puts
like,
the thing.
oh, and she goes, strong neck muscles.
Yeah. How do you
Mhm.
hold your head up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I know. Yeah. Everyone's agreeing with Home and Family. It's so funny that you said it, Lillian, because the other day when we were talking about Chris is like, I miss that. Remember? But I was calling it
Yeah.
something else.
I don't know what the hell you were calling it.
So Susan's agreeing. Everyone is agreeing. Yes. Hallmark, you made a flub on that. We need that back.
Well, Hallmark has made
they
a few
make a lot
flubs
of
lately.
flubs.
Well,
Yeah, lately they've made a few.
They're trying to find their way. I hope it's the right way. All
Just
right.
lately, Lillian.
Yeah.
Let's be good now. We also
I am trying to be
Sorry.
polite. I am.
That's all right. What's Nikki saying? They also said in that interview that they felt like they were in The Shining. That's true because
That's
they were
right.
the
Yes.
only ones in the lodge when they first got there to film.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true.
They each had their own floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's so exciting though. And Jean is my best friend. She's very smart, Jean. Roxanne, you would make a great host. You're my best friend and you're very smart, Jean. Thank you. You get an A plus for you.
What is he doing in here?
All right, we're going to talk about characters. Besides, I mean, the two leads were wonderful. I don't remember who had the lead billing. I don't remember if it was Natalie or if it was Chris.
Natalie.
It wasn't Natalie, and probably rightfully so because she is the Winter Princess. So aside from those two, who's a character that really stood out for you that you liked? That's everyone.
Um, well, I actually believe it, and he didn't have the biggest part, but I like the guy who played Emil.
Yes, so did I.
I
He's
really
in
did.
a lot of other shows.
Oh yeah,
too.
So is the guy that played her brother.
Yes.
Gustav. I liked her
yeah.
brother, Gustav.
Yeah. I liked
they're in
Emil.
they're in a lot of, but I loved Emil. I loved when he says when they're at the bar before his car gets towed, and he says, you've exceeded my expectations, and he says, oh, I hope to continue to, and she says, continue to, and he says, yes, back in Landora, and she says, Emil, I think you're getting the wrong idea, and right, and he goes, well, we're both royal and we understand each other, and she goes, I'm not so sure about that, but at the end, when he leaves and he says he's going home and he's going to go see the Queen, and he says, and I was jealous, and she says, oh, he says, no, not jealous of Jesse. So even he sees that there's something going on between her and Jesse.
Yes.
He says, no, I was jealous of you being so brave to come here,
Yeah.
and to do this on your own away from the palace. So I kind of liked him, and he was one of my favorite characters other than the mains.
I think I liked Dee a lot. I thought she was she was cute. She had a cute sense of humor. And sometimes when you have a smaller part, the acting is not up to par with the leads. But I felt like everybody's acting was just like, I think that's what makes the movie so wonderful. Like I know that, like, I don't like it when they're acting. Everybody did it like a really good job.
They just seemed natural into it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like they were all good friends. I believed that they knew each other forever. Mm-hmm. I mean, I liked it. And I liked that when the storyline came in, it didn't write where we had to know all what was going on. It was like, it was just, the person that she was working for quit, and the sisters having the conversation right off the bat. And then we see Jesse and his coming back. And I don't know. The whole thing was good. Joanne, she loved Dee too. And so Arlene loved, Dee and Gus. Gus is the father, correct?
No, that's
her brother.
Oh, her brother. I'm sorry. Her brother. Yes, Gustav. Yes, Gus.
The king is Christoph.
Christoph
is the king. Christoph is the king.
The cast.
Yeah. A lot of people, every time they see a Hallmark movie, they go, "Oh my God, they should make a sequel." This is the kind of movie that really screams sequel. Yeah, to me, it does. And I think there's a line in the very beginning of the movie that could be very useful in a sequel, and that line is Nicole quit. When Allison tells Carly that her boss quit, she asks her, "Please stay," and Carly says, "Oh, I haven't been home in almost a year. So she can't give her an answer. So she goes home back to her condo where she's living, and she calls her father. In the interim, Allison then picks up the phone and calls Jesse. Right. And up in Aspen, and says, "Can you come down? Do you have any vacation time? Please come and help me because Nicole quit." So if Nicole hadn't quit, there would have never been a movie, because Nicole would have run the snowball. Jesse would still be in Aspen, and Carly would be on a plane back to Landora. So
it wouldn't have been a movie then.
It wouldn't have been a movie. So those two words, Nicole quit, sets up a sequel. Yes. Really. I mean, to me, I really enjoyed this movie, and I've seen it so many times I can basically recite the dialogue.
Oh yeah, me too. I love it.
Could you tell? If you couldn't tell already, I
They're already talking about costumes, but Christina, did you have a favorite character? Did you say that already?
Yeah, I said I liked the brother, Gustav. I liked him in the movie. I really, he just, I don't know.
They were cute together.
yeah, I just really like the chemistry that they had together as brother and sister.
And he had his own little storyline trying to all of
Yes.
them did. They were all trying to figure out how to be family, and they said that often about family. Family was the most important thing, and family
Well, he
was
was real worried about, being
yeah,
king,
yeah,
getting that, recognition from the father, I think
yeah.
was,
They were trying to
He was
figure
sort
out
of
who
like their
they were
peacemaker.
themselves.
Yeah.
yeah.
Pat, I think I totally agree with you about the blue gown, Avis. It was gorgeous on a gorgeous woman. They're talking about the costumes. That was beautiful. I like
Yeah.
that costume.
I had to get rid of my dog. He was over here trying to talk over us.
Oh, dear Lord.
He wanted to be in the podcast, I think.
Axel's dead asleep.
Oh,
Oh,
what,
Axel, I remember him.
I know. He's such a cutie.
He's my baby.
Costume-wise, I have to say, I mean, that was beautiful, but when we see Chris in the very beginning and he's, in that management position, what was it? In Aspen is where he is.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's got
right.
like a sharp suit on. I mean, he looks good. I like that costume. That
Well,
looks like
he's
money.
in a tux or a sharp looking suit many times in many shows.
Oh,
Yes.
And
Yes.
so he does look good in that. So
yeah.
Jan is saying, I think that the thing I thought interesting was that no one picked up that Gustav was what must have been a prince. No, well, they almost did, because do you remember when she is listening to the guests? They say the pain in the neck guests are coming. They want buckwheat pillows and something else.
Carly picked up on it right away.
Yeah, and she's like, and they got their Fiore. I can't even speak. Like they did a good job though. And then she sends them off to somewhere else to go ski, and she's like, they're good skiers. They're good skiers. They'll be okay.
Yeah, I love when she shows up at Gus's villa where he's staying.
Yes.
And she takes the helmet off, and he goes, "What are you wearing? Is this company issue?"
Yeah.
Like that. And she says,
Right.
Can we please
Just get me inside. Can we do this inside?
It's cold out here, And then when he says, "No, it's hosted by a princess," doesn't, and she goes, no white tie. She says, "Formal around here means your good boots."
Yes, yeah.
And it's, she was funny. And Emil, that's why I love Emil. And Emil's going, "Really?" Like that. Like, no one knows you're a princess. And Gus is horrified, and Emil is like, "Oh, that's interesting,"
I know. I like Emil. He's funny.
I really liked Emil.
Now, Joanne says, Chris always looks sharp, whether dressed up or casual. He's a sharp dresser. He likes clothes. So, like, we know.
He knows how to wear them.
Oh, yeah.
He does. But then again, he's got that artistic eye too. Like, naturally he does. Cindy said, did anyone notice that Chris wore almost entirely blue in this movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
he did.
That was on purpose. Yeah.
I almost wore my dark blue Henley shirt.
Like I almost wore my blue sweater, but I was like, I got tired. I was like, I'm not going to go find that and hope there's no static cling for that. Oh my God. Okay. Now, I was thinking about setting, and something that I liked a lot, because of course, I mean, that last scene and how they just did over that room, that banquet room, that was really beautiful. And they brought
that design did great.
They did. They really did.
That was really beautiful.
I love the hominess of the lodge. I mean, and it was a real lodge. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
But when they came in and they would do like those panoramic type of coming in views, I don't know if they did it on a drone or whatever, like you were coming up and then going down into the little village or town. It was really beautiful. And I guess it doesn't help that it was real. It was a real place with
their
real
clock
snow.
always said the same time.
Yeah. I liked it. Liked it a lot.
I like the fact that they did a winter movie in the actual winter instead of July.
I know.
Yeah.
This was real snow, not fake snow. So
yeah,
it adds to it. It really does.
Yeah, it truly does.
I wanted to show off some posts that because this has been such a favorite. And over how many years, Christina, are we going into for the Chris McNally fan page? Are we this year going to be the third or fourth year?
Third.
Third. So over the course of time, they have I saw somebody with a costume. Let's put that up there before we move on. I really like the long white gloves that Natalie was wearing. That whole cape, gloves, the jewelry, the dark blue sash, the whole thing was gorgeous on her.
Mhm.
Over time, we've always done those cool posts, and I wanted to share some of our favorites that we liked. I'm going to put that on. There's Christina, and here they are. So let's see, take that down. This one, this is the 3 scenes. Who did this one? Is it Reggie? Who did this? Is it Reggie who did this one?
I don't remember.
I think it might be. I love it because it's the 3 dances. Don't you like when you get, I don't know, I always love dancing in the movies. I always say, since they're dancing, we got 3 different times.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
And I liked how it was captured, and she did a good job of capturing it. But what I liked the best is the last one, the big finale, is like the ta-da. I thought that was cool. That's
Yes.
a really good post. And then we had this one. These 2. So I think Faye did the one where it's step by step until you see all the different, how they looked at each other, how they closed their eyes. Look at their chemistry.
Faye.
Yeah, they look. I know their look with each other is really.
I love the forehead to forehead.
Yes, yes.
To me, is so romantic. Forehead to forehead.
It's beautiful. And
it's absolutely beautiful.
And then Wilma captured all 3 of the dances, but she got it when they were looking at each other.
Yeah.
Like the way he looked at her was like real. Like I was like, good job, Chris. But I remember one of the interviews where they were doing behind the scenes where Chris said it wasn't hard for him to believe that she was like a princess after she had her beautiful costume on and all that.
Right.
Like it was easy for him to act. I like that. That was sweet. Now, this, Christine, I think you chose, right?
Yes, I think that was Tanya's.
This is Tanya. Yeah.
It is. Now, Tanya had some really beautiful, like they were interactive and they moved. This was beautiful.
They showed them dancing.
Yeah. I wanted to share it. So I'm going to I have to put it in the chat because I was hoping I thought I was all smart and I got it on the slide, but I forgot when I share the slide, you can't click the link and it plays for you. So I'm putting it in the chat for everyone if anybody wants to like go back and look at it. But it's which one was it, Christina? Was it the one where they're dancing and the little movie of them moving around? Is that what you had chosen?
Yes.
That was the second one. Look at the beautiful blue. Like the whole thing is beautiful.
Yeah, that is pretty.
Came out nice.
On the Today Show this morning, they said the bows are coming back, and I noticed she had bows in there. People are wearing bows in their hair.
Oh,
yeah.
And one of them, she showed one bow, and it was $100. I'm thinking, what? You're going to buy a bow for $100?
I don't have enough hair to put a bow in it, so seriously.
But it reminded me that because that scene or that picture, the collage had bows in it. So
Jan is saying, think about what they did to make the hall so beautiful. Yards. Yards of that.
I loved all the lights.
Yeah, the shears and the twinkle lights.
The twinkle lights, yes.
Yeah, it was just beautiful.
Yeah. I liked when they were dancing, they're talking about his height difference.
Yeah.
And when they were dancing, he didn't want to hunch over. I'm almost wondering, at some point, was she like we were talking, Christina, with you, stepping on a box? Remember?
Yeah.
Like,
but you can't dance on a box.
No, she can't. But they did a good job.
Not when they're dancing.
No.
But he actually just spread his legs really wide after he like spun her around at the end of that waltz and in the finale.
Yeah,
and you could see his legs were like this way.
Yeah.
I have, like there once in a while there's something about a movie that kind of bugs me. This is the only thing in the entire movie that really kind of bugged me.
Okay.
You know, when they're at the snowball, and Gus and Carly go, and Dee has the little cupcake for them to light and
Yes.
blow out the candle.
Yes.
So then Carly takes off her glove and picks up the
Oh,
cupcake, and then in the next scene, it's just gone. It's like, what happened to the cupcake? Like Brittany comes and says to Gus, "This might be my only chance to dance with a prince at a ball," and he says, "Oh, I'd love to," and then they go off.
Yeah.
And Carly is standing there, and she's still only got one glove on, but the cupcake has disappeared.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Maybe it fell on
Right.
the floor.
I have no idea
She
what
ate
happened
it.
to the
They ate
damn
it.
cupcake. And I mean, I know it's a minor thing, it's an editing thing, but that always bugs me. They're like, didn't they catch that in editing? Like, what
Well,
happened to
when
the
then she
cupcake?
walked over. The next thing you see is she's walking over to
to
Jesse
to
to talk
Jesse.
to him at that
Right.
table. And I thought, well, maybe she had the cupcake in her hand yet,
Nope,
but
no
she
cupcake.
didn't. She had her
No.
gloves back on.
No, she gave it back to Dee. Here you go, Dee. No, I don't know
Yeah.
what she did with
She
the
went-
damn cupcake.
She ate it. She just tasted a
She
little.
yeah,
bit
she
of
took
it.
a little bit of the icing. Yum,
What's funny
Um,
is it was pink and it wasn't blue icing. It was
Yeah.
like
right.
it was a pink instead of like a blue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well.
Maybe another one was blue.
maybe. Now, what was it? There are a lot of little things that editors don't catch. Jan was saying, Catherine. I'm sorry. Catherine is saying Hallmark does a good job featuring dance and dancing in their movies because
Mhm.
it's romantic.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
Christina, you know about the whole height difference. Remember when you were telling us about your wedding?
Yes.
What did you do?
Well, I had like, there was like a box that that would stand on, but it was also when Rob was playing at this it was a bar. He was a drummer in a band, and when we would dance over there, they had this little like stage. It was a little stage back in the on the dance floor. And so I would go stand on the little stage, and it brought me up like about this much higher. So I would stand on that while we were dancing most of the time. And people got pictures of it. In fact, my husband has that photo on his Facebook.
Yes, he
photo.
does. I saw it.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
cute.
so it's like a little stage that we used to dance on, and
that's adorable.
Well, you come up with things to make it better.
yeah.
That's cute. That's cute. Now, what is the height difference? Like, how tall are you and your hubby?
I'm 5'2". Well, yeah, 5'2", and he is 6'1".
Yeah. So that's sort of almost like what they were working with there. Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, we're talking about boxes and dancing and height difference. Our friends over here are chatting away about things that they caught that bugged them. And I never noticed this, Susan. What bugs me, the clock on the tower never changes time.
I just said that a couple minutes
Oh.
ago.
I'm
That's
sorry.
right, you did.
I was being like, the hostess.
Yeah, you
I'm
did.
sorry.
Mhm.
It never changes time. I gotta go
No,
back
it
and
doesn't.
see that.
I noticed that.
See, I
right
don't
away the
notice
first time
things
I
like that
watched it.
because I'm too busy looking at Chris
Characters.
and the
Yeah.
characters,
I noticed it the first time I watched the movie.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What's Annie saying here? My bug is non-melting snow when you go inside. Oh, you mean because it's like on your shoes and stuff, so it doesn't melt?
Well, they
Oh.
make tracks with the snow, but it doesn't melt on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Well, we
she
know
meant.
it was real snow because they filmed it.
Yeah.
during-
In the
and
snow.
It was definitely
Yeah.
winter.
Maybe
Yeah.
when they first looked at the Summit building, is that what it was called? Summit.
Mhm.
Oh, the Summit
Maybe
Lodge.
when they
Yeah.
first looked at that, and when they walked in, they had snow on their feet.
Mm.
You could see the snow as they walked. I mean,
Right.
it was on or coming off their shoes.
Right, it was.
Okay, now we're really, we're getting a little nitpicky here.
But I didn't notice that it wasn't melting because we didn't really see the floor anymore.
That's true. Yeah,
Right.
that is true.
Yeah, that's true. Something that you had pointed out, Chris, that is true, is that Chris likes to do like these little impromptu things, right? Like in
Mhm.
like for instance, I know, okay, everyone, don't break your hearts here. I know in When Calls the Heart, he had said when they did the engagement and whatnot that he felt like it
Mhm.
deserved a twirl. So he wanted to add
Right.
a twirl. And you hear her squeal like Erin, like it's like a real thing. It wasn't like it was
It was
something
impromptu.
it was impromptu. So we're wondering, what do you think if there was any impromptu type things in any of the scenes in this movie? Like, did you
Hmm.
catch anything?
Oh,
I
I did.
I have an idea of one. What do you have? Go ahead, Christine.
Well, when they were stuck in the snow, like, like when they were stuck in the snow, I think that they probably had like had to improv there because you're being stuck in the snow, and then when he catches her, when she's falling and he catches her,
Yeah.
that scene, I think that he probably had some kind of
He added
improv
some
there.
stuff in there.
Yeah, edited his own stuff there.
Hmm.
This is true,
That
Nikki.
was just my guess.
I agree. That would be a good spot for it. And it looked very natural. Didn't
Yeah,
look like
yeah,
orchestrated, like and choreographed. You know how sometimes things are like that. Nikki's saying, I think their snowball fight that her father was watching, like
yeah,
they probably
yeah. I have that one too. I had that one picked out as well.
yeah. I was wondering about the one where he's holding her hands because it
I was
almost
just thinking that.
yeah, because it
Yeah,
almost like he wanted to giggle. Like I felt like he held her hands longer than he should have. And some of the stuff he says, he's looking right in her eyes and he kind of has this funny smirk on his face. So I'm wondering if something was going on between the two of them that was like not in the script and they just
That we
kept
couldn't
it.
see even.
yeah.
Yeah. And they kept it. I thought that was fun. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Chris playing hockey.
Oh, yeah, that's probably another good one
Yeah.
there.
And the
Could be.
skating with Natalie. Yeah. Because she says something funny. I forget what she says to him when she's skating. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that was her adding something and they kept it. I forget what it is exactly.
You mean when Natalie was skating?
Yes. And she
Oh,
says,
well, he says to her, "I would call you an ice princess, but that might be too much on the mark."
Yes.
And she says, "I've kind of warmed up, haven't I?"
yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, starting to." And I'm thinking for that, I found that a rather odd statement to make
Yes.
because she had warmed up before. I mean, this was not the
Yes.
first time she warmed up.
Yeah.
So that I found that dialogue a little
Yeah, I
strange.
did write that quote down. I'd call you an ice princess, but that might be on the nose.
On the nose, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Lillian, you really can quote that movie, girl.
I
Yes,
I
you
tell
can.
you, I know the dialogue. I really do know the
Yeah.
dialogue. I could quote you that entire scene outside with the king and Jesse. I could
I
recite
love
that
that
that entire scene,
It's
right?
so good. I know you added a few minutes ago. That was good. Joanne's saying, I think when they're dancing in the bar and he spins her because
mm,
they laugh. They do a funny laugh there. How could you not laugh when you're doing scenes like
Yeah.
that, and having such a good time?
oh yeah.
Maybe they just said go on out and dance and add whatever, and
Yeah. And
maybe that's what they
Natalie,
did.
that's true. And Natalie is a dancer. I mean, she
Yeah.
was a ballerina and everything. I
Well, by
remember,
now Chris would be with all
I
the
know.
dancing.
I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Chris doesn't brag about his dancing, but Natalie, well, she's been on Broadway too. She was in
Yeah.
Right.
Chicago, and so she's an accomplished dancer. I was thinking maybe when he dipped her
Uh-huh.
in the
Oh
wash,
yeah.
maybe that was impromptu.
Maybe.
I
You
don't
know
know.
what? One day we have to have them on and then they have to tell us.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be
I
great.
remember all of this. We'll clip it and we'll feed it in and we'll say, remember? And then,
Yeah.
we could talk for hours with them.
Was
Just
this was this in the script?
yeah. We would love to know all that. What was in my head that Natalie, when she was in the movie Fly Home Away with Me or Fly Home. I'm sorry that I'm not even getting it. Marita Grabiak was the director. Peter Mooney was the second lead with her. She has a picture of like being in a little ballerina suit and it's up
Yes.
on the wall. That really was like she did dance. I think her mom too. Like
Hmm.
there was like that
Yep.
was real, which is so cute. Oh, Robin, they jumped on that. That would be awesome. Okay, I'm not gonna bug them. First of all, I already bugged Natalie, and Natalie is so gracious. Like I said, she's busy with her babies, and Chris was just on, not bothering him. Although I was thinking the other day, what are you doing, Chris? Do you hear me, Chris? Are you at home? You could have popped on. He's probably not doing anything. He's being a dad. That's
There you go.
He's just being a dad.
He's probably making his chocolate chip cookies for her.
I know. Oh God, I want some of them so bad. He's probably helping.
Oh yeah.
Let me get her in the kitchen and be a foodie, a definite foodie. Okay, who's got some quotes? Anybody got quotes you want to see if you could stump someone with or
Oh, I
challenge them?
pretty much, I already said one though, I think.
Okay.
If
anybody-
you leave, you can't, your fate is sealed, but if you stay, your fortune could change. And that was when Jesse was talking to his future father-in-law,
Yeah.
the king.
Yes, yes.
I have
That's why we need a sequel. We need him to become his father-in-law.
Well, wait
Right.
a minute. That's something I had wanted to ask. If there was a sequel, what do you think could be the storyline? Do you think that they would by now already be married because so many years have gone by?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We would have them married, and then
Yeah, I definitely think so.
what would be the issue then? I wonder.
Well, they could be running the ski, ski lodge, and maybe, some issues there.
Or
Maybe.
maybe going to have a baby.
That could be.
Because I know that they
Trying
wanted
to run it at the same time.
I know they wanted to run it like for all season.
Yeah.
So maybe this time, instead of it being in the winter, maybe it could be like in the summer.
There you
Summer
go.
princess.
A summer princess. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. It could. That would be cool. I would like to definitely see that one though. That would be fun
Oh yeah.
together.
See, I would have liked to have seen them get married in the sequel and then decide, are they going to get married in Snowden Peak, or is Jesse going to say, no, you need to be married in your homeland, and then it becomes a whole big royal wedding?
Oh yeah.
And how does Jesse handle that kind of pressure?
Right.
Because I mean, she would be used to it.
Right.
She's a princess. So I mean,
He
it would
would
mean
have
nothing
no clue.
to, he would probably be sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into?"
Yeah, it might be overwhelming for him.
It might be overwhelming, and then how they navigate that, and then they marry. That could take place really in the beginning of the movie, and then by the end of the movie, they find out they're going to have their first child or whatever.
Okay.
I mean,
This is it. Come on, when we're done, we're writing it, and we're going to.
We're going to
We'll just let the
write
writers
script.
fill in the blanks.
Write the script, and and I tell you, the two words that changed their lives forever are Nicole quit. Without Nicole quitting, they never would have met. There never would have been a movie.
Okay, very good. That's good writing. That's why you take something simple like that and build on it and go from there.
Absolutely.
Kudos.
Well, the sequel can be then when her father said to her at the ball, if you want to stay, stay. That could be the
right.
thing.
Be
for the
happy
sequel.
here.
Yeah.
Right.
Be happy.
She says, I'm so happy. I think what it shows that Jesse loved her so much that he was willing to let her go so as not to break up her family, because he said, I walked away from my family once. I cannot be the reason that you walk away from yours.
That was a quote I had written down.
Right. And on the flip side, you have the father who goes outside, and then he has this conversation with Jesse. And Jesse says, you meet someone who you think is the one, and then you have to let them go. Or you have to walk away from them. Yeah. And he says, why are you walking away? And he says, she has major family obligations. So obviously he knows that Jesse is talking about his daughter.
You know it word for
word,
woman.
But
I know. I know, like when he was talking to his sister, he said, this is her life. She's a princess. You know, everything else here was just a vacation.
Yep.
And he said that's when he was like, you know, he's seen her dressed up as a princess. She was
Right.
coming into the ball, and he was really getting like, you know, overwhelmed, and
He was getting
very, yeah,
Nervous.
he was very emotional, and that just really hit me because he was like, just wow, you know, he was in awe.
Yeah.
He was just in
And we could
awe with
see
her.
that again in the sequel. We could see where those things like resurface. Just
Mhm.
before we go any further, something I thought that was so funny is I'm like, what is he doing at home? Not to insult him, I'm joking, because being a parent is like, I always can say, I have the second, don't get offended, everyone, but I'm just saying, I have the second most important job in the world. The first one is being a parent. That's the most important job in the world. The second one is being a teacher, because you teach everyone, every job, everything. But that's just me joking. I really do think that the most important job in the world is being a parent. And I'm just laughing because both Cindy and Tanya at the same time, 8:47, Cindy first and Tanya, it's almost exactly the same. He's stuffing a chicken. He is stuffing a chicken. That
He's
was
stuffing a chicken. I saw that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's like
I can't see
perfect.
the chat.
Bravo.
what
Yeah,
happened.
I don't
I,
see the chat, so
Oh, you can't see the
I
chat.
can't
Okay,
yeah.
this is
either.
what you're on.
I don't know why. I mean, there is a button on the bottom of my screen that says chat, but I don't know if I hit that, if I'm going to throw myself off of
See,
Yeah.
that's what happened to
the
me one
screen.
time. I hit
Get
the
back
chat.
in.
I
Don't
hit
get
the chat,
nervous.
and it knocked me off.
So yeah, I
So
think I'll just
I
I'll
don't
Put
stay
do
up
away
that.
with
from
I
that.
not
don't do
seeing
that
it.
anymore.
You don't do that.
No, I just have it on my computer. I have Roxanne's podcast on my computer. So then I just see the chats that way.
I can go back
But
afterwards and watch all the chat.
yes.
Okay, that's true. Jan said there could be a special celebration for the king and they want to surprise him over the lodge. Like maybe the son is finally taking over, because remember he was going to do it in a
Oh,
few
that's
years.
right. That's
So
right. That's
maybe
right.
he's finally coming and taking over. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm.
what's this? Robin saying sequel, married and running lodge, and she wants kids. However, as a princess, what decision would she make to stay or bring kids up in her home country?
Mm,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
A baby winter princess, a winter baby princess, right?
Maybe Winter Princess.
You rock, Lily, and they're telling you, oh, there's your new best friend. Arlene's your best friend.
Oh, hi, Arlene.
Smart too. You rock, Lillian. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
listen, I'm having a blast here. So
Aw.
thank you for inviting me. So
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
oh.
Cool. Now, do any of you girls have a quote that you didn't say who said it so someone could guess it?
Uh,
Like say
see.
it and then see if they can guess
Hmm.
it in the chat here.
No, on
Let's
mine
see.
they would know. I already said two of them that I
Yeah.
liked.
Let me look at my note.
Go ahead, Christina. While she's looking, we had mentioned earlier, well, I don't know what made me think of, oh, do I know who wrote the movie? I do. I do know who wrote the movie. I remember thinking of something that reminded me of Jillian. So just as a reminder, Jillian, who is from Luca Beth Lounge, she wrote a book, and it is a Christian romance, and it takes place in the Carolinas, and it's and New York. It's really cute. I love it. It's sweet. The part that I find amazing is it is so technically written beautifully. Like the grammar is like the whole, I mean, the structure, everything is really nice. The story is sweet, and she will be my guest. She'll be coming on. So if you read the book, we're going to talk about the book.
I'm about halfway through that book, so
Yeah. All right.
need to finish it
You've
before
got
your
time.
podcast.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
podcast is at the end of the month. You've got
the
time.
28th.
Yes.
I have a quote.
All right. Let's
I
hear
mean,
it. Ready?
okay. The quote is, I throw several events a year, and I suppose they are planned.
Oh.
Oh, I know
who said
I
that.
know who said that.
All right.
And
Who
when.
said it? Read it again, Lillian.
I throw several events a year, and I suppose they are planned.
Okay. Now
You just
Cindy
spoiled it.
said, I know,
I know.
but Cindy had already
no.
typed it first. Cindy
Yes.
said,
Yes.
Yes.
The king. Yes.
King. Now, Cindy, I have something for you, and I don't have to mail it. It's already going to be mailed directly to you. And you have a choice, Cindy. You have a choice between an ornament or earrings. I have beautiful snowflake ornament, and I also have dangling little earrings. So you message me at my email address. If you don't know it, I'll put it right here. Most people know it. It's just my
Okay,
last.
who did he say that quote to?
Oh.
And why?
Okay, teacher.
I know. I mean, you know.
Oh, you want me to tell?
No, I'm laughing
can-
because you're saying, and why?
And why?
And why?
She's extending the,
Question.
the question.
So,
Yes,
all right.
it was the king, but who was
Extended
he saying that
response.
to?
Anybody answering that in the chat?
I don't know. People are saying Jesse, Jesse, Jesse.
Yeah.
He said it to Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
right,
why?
Let's see. You have to say who and why. You got to put both together, or you don't get full credit. That's how it works.
Oh, that's
Okay, teacher.
that's being oh, that's picky.
That's how it works in life, in real life.
Yes, it does.
Who and why?
And
Got to keep my mouth shut.
Why?
So why did this? Okay. Well, obviously I know, but I'm not going to say.
Yeah, I know too.
I mean,
All right. Cindy says, here's what Cindy said. Jesse asked if he was ever if he was an event planner.
Yep.
Is that why?
that's exactly why.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That is.
Cindy. Now, is Cindy who got the original? Who got the original?
Yeah, Cindy.
Cindy, you're winning everything. So, Cindy, you can have an ornament and earrings. You have to let
There
me
you go.
Yeah.
And maybe the missing cupcake from.
Oh,
from
okay.
Carly.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we will if we find the missing cupcake, we'll send it to you.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh my gosh. Well, ladies, we're coming to the end. Did we miss anything? Is there anything we want to add?
Oh, I have a quote here too. My last quote.
All right.
I didn't get the first part of it. But Jesse says fabric, metal, and rocks change
Oh.
what I know
Yes.
who you really are.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and he was looking at her outfit her gown and
Yeah.
what she was wearing and stuff.
Nikki's saying that Cindy also got a picture with Chris at the HFR 23.
Oh.
23. Mm.
Woohoo.
Yeah, I got a quote by Carly. She says, "You can stop by using the royal we."
Oh yeah.
She said that
And
to her brother.
I loved it when she said, "This is my waving hand, and this is my ribbon cutting hand."
Yeah, ribbon cutting hand.
I love that.
And then
That
Emil
was really
walks in.
cute.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? La 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 la. I do know who the author is, and the name escaped me, and that's terrible. What was the other thing I wanted to tell you? We will do this next month, and next month we didn't decide yet as a team, or did we?
We did.
Is it season 6?
Or was there a movie that came out February?
No, I think
Okay.
that's why we were doing season 6. I'm not sure.
We'll start
we-
out with season 6.
Yes, because that's his first time. So what
Mhm.
we're going to do is we're going to celebrate season 6 of When Calls the Heart and Chris. So Good God, are we going to be okay?
I'll be
Calm. We
I'll
need to be
fine.
calm.
We're going to
I
be
know.
okay.
I'll be fine.
Yeah. Ernie Dobson.
Just like the rest of
Thanks,
us,
Pam.
right?
We're all going to be okay.
We are.
We're all
It's
gonna be
gonna
okay.
good.
We're
And
all
we'll
gonna be all right.
we'll see who wants to pop on. We'll do another contest and see who wants to pop on and be our co-host, our guest co-host. Lillian, you did a great job. You're
Yes, you
amazing.
did.
Yes, you did
Thank
awesome.
you very much. Thank you.
Yes, you're amazing. And while we're also on, girls, we should have another Chris McNally, fan group meetup. And
when is it? Let me write it down.
yes, we have to do that for everyone.
Not in the middle of
good.
the winter.
No, in the
No,
summer.
in the warmer weather.
Yes, in the
Yeah.
warmer weather.
We should do it in Ohio.
Yeah.
Jean is asking, are you doing chat after the way home? Okay, so Jean, if you're asking about Kathy and I, we do a recap. We are doing it on Tuesdays though, because of a personal commitments on Monday with Kathy. So on Tuesdays after the Tuesday after, plus it gives people a chance to watch it again if they didn't watch it live. We will do a chat after every episode of The Way Home.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
No,
They
it
have a
looks
new
so
promo
good.
out now too.
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
they had a promo where someone is stuck under the ice in the
Yeah.
very
it was
opening
showing
episode.
more of that.
Yeah. Yes,
Yep.
they did. They showed that.
There's some things in the chat as we're about to ready to say goodbye. Robin says, love that scene. Season 6, here we come. Chris is always going to be amazing no matter what his story will be. Let's see. Oh, Jan saying that season 6 review could be dangerous. We're not reviewing it like that. We're just loving every part of it. Martha is asking, do you think he will come on again? He will. Yep, I know he will. You should chat about my favorite Chris movie, Sailing into Love. Arlene, it is our mission. So last year, each month we did trivia about all of it, at all of his movies and all of his work. And we did the whole bracelet thing, which I have news about that, but we'll talk about that at a different time. But now we're going to do his movie once a month, and we're going to do, or his work once a month, and we're doing this.
And
Yep.
the movie, it would be pretty much like when they premiered
Yes.
the movies.
Oh,
Yes.
For his work. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's why we were saying February for season 6 did premiere in February. So we're going to try to base it around that. If we
Okay.
can. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine saying, this was great, ladies. Too much fun for a Thursday. We'll catch you again real soon. Love the Chris stuff anytime. Martha said, so glad to hear. And why washed interest in seeing the Venue King to Jesse? Oh, okay. Annie, I think, was trying to answer what we were saying from before, but it delayed.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, ladies, how about a reunion when Calls the Heart is okay, ladies, how about a reunion when Calls the Heart is not taping? Yeah, it's the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then people are just saying thank you and love tonight. Okay. All right. Let's wave our royal wave.
I'll do this hand, I guess.
Deformed when I do that. All right. Good night,
Get
everyone.
it straight here.
Good night.
bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.